have been completely out of my routine for the last 2 months. I have not been eating healthy, I have not been exercising regularly, and my sleep schedule has been a big mess. And I started feeling anxious. So, I think it's time to break this very bad cycle. And in this video, I'll show you my process. The first question I ask myself is, what went wrong in the first place? Why did I fall out of my routine, which I did pretty well for so long? Well, in that case, or in this case, it was quite obvious because I had like a big external change in my life. I had to change to a new workplace as part of my medical training program, as some of you may know. I was working in a hospital and then I had to change to a clinic. So that meant I got new colleagues, I had to commute to a new city, and I got new workflow and new working hours. So yeah, I needed a lot of energy to adapt to all of this. So obviously it makes sense that I fall out of my routine. And that's completely okay. Like, I don't blame myself for that because I need to put a lot of energy to adapting to this big change. But what is not okay is to postpone getting back into routine for so long, for like 2 months. That's just too long. And I think I have to focus on figuring out what can I do, like, from now on whenever there is a big external change happening in my life, how to get back to my routine as quickly as possible. So yeah, I think it's always important to go to the root cause and ask yourself what went wrong and kind of try to fix that. So the second step I took was to write down all the habits, the systems that I wanted to build. I don't write down goals because, as James Clear says, the purpose of setting goals is to win the game. The purpose of building systems is to continue playing the game. For some people, it works better to re-add one habit at a time. But personally, I feel my habits work like a domino effect. If I succeed with one habit, then the likelihood of another one succeeding and the next one is higher. On the other hand, if I fail with one of them, then it's more likely that I will fail in multiple habits. I try to not spend too much time planning because I don't want to fall into this rabbit hole of just planning and planning, since we all know it feels good to plan instead of doing the actual work. I just make it as actionable and specific as possible, put it into the calendar, and that's it. Instead of starting tomorrow, I break the cycle and get started right away. I am re-adding habits in 5 different areas: healthy eating, cleaning, exercise, sleep, and mental well-being. When it comes to healthy eating, it's pretty simple. I just need to make sure I get my grocery delivery twice a week and do meal prepping for 3 days at a time. I plan to do meal prepping on Wednesdays and then again on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on my weekend plans. When I do this, I eat much healthier because I'm less likely to buy unhealthy food when I have my own meals prepared. A new habit I have started is making my smoothie the night before. This saves me time in the mornings, so I can have it right after my workout. Since I wake up around 4:30 a.m., I find it easier to have the smoothie rather than eating a full breakfast, which for me usually includes eggs, avocado, and some veggies. I haven't had a specific day for cleaning and doing laundry, so the clothes often pile up and the home becomes dirty before I pull myself together to do it. We live in a small studio, so just a few things can make it look like a big mess. So I want to build a new habit of having specific cleaning and laundry days. I would like to keep it as a Saturday or Sunday task, depending on my weekend plans. When it comes to exercise, I want to work out in the morning as soon as I wake up. This way, I'm less likely to make excuses and it feels good to get it done early. On weekends, I might allow myself to start my mornings differently, but I'll see how that works. The final system I want to incorporate into my routine is better care for my mental well-being. When I maintain my other habits, with being consistent with exercise, good sleep, healthy eating, and clean environment, I feel much better overall. However, I also want to dedicate time each day to journaling or meditating. My goal is to do this twice a day, in the morning and in the evening again, for just 5 to 10 minutes each time. This way, I can improve my mental health without feeling overwhelmed.